If you're looking for manga to read this summer, then I would suggest none other than manga that's already tied to the summer 2025 anime season. If you're wondering why, it's because this season isn't just stacked. It contains two series in particular that are already lining up to be major contenders. And the smart move is to start with the source material. The two anime have good storytelling, momentum, and the kind of world building that hits even harder in print. Let's get into them. First up, we have Gachiakuta, a manga that's as raw and powerful as it gets. At the heart of this story is Rudo, a scrappy teen from the slums of the Sphere. The Sphere is a floating city that decides who's clean and who's disposable. Rudo, the son of a supposed murderer, is treated as a ticking time bomb and often criticized by society because, of course, he likes to go through the trash to find the things that often wealthy or the rich people throw away that's still in good condition. Rudo is raised by his adopted father. He's a loving guardian. Rudo learns to respect even the things that others throw away. As his adopted father would tell him, if you take care of something, it gets a soul. Tragedy strikes when Rudo's adopted father is mysteriously murdered, and Rudo is falsely accused of this. It was either with a speedy trial or without a trial. He was thrown off the sphere into the pit, where garbage and the unwanted go to rot. So Rudo survives the fall, and not minutes after he hits the pit, he is confronted by garbage monsters. In the pit, discarded objects absorb human emotions, transforming them into living nightmares known as trash beasts. Only those who understand anima, the givers, can stand against them. As Rudo fights back, his fists surge with power, and the gloves that were given to him by his adopted father becomes more than just a gift. They become a tool that his newfound ability or his power now surges through. Once Rudo hits the pit, and of course he's being noisy because he is being chased now by these trash beasts. And during this moment, he encounters a cleaner named Engine. So through multiple different circumstances that start to evolve at this point in volume 1, Engine does see potential in Rudo, not just as a fighter, but as a giver. So overall, volume 1 introduces quite a few characters, including Rudo's spear side friend Chiwa. And at the end of volume 1, a new cleaner is introduced as well. So overall, volume 1 is a really great manga. The expectation is that this world of Gachiakuta runs on emotions, weapons, grief, gratitude, and monsters. Next up, we have Tougen Anki's manga. This manga opens up with volume 1 with a blood feud that's centuries in the making, and a teenage boy who has no idea he's at the center of it. Volume 1 throws us straight into battle. Shiki's adopted father, Tsuyoshi, is a former Momotaro agent who sacrifices himself to protect his son. So at this point, Shiki is our protagonist. In his rage and confusion of watching his father in this battle and on the brink of death, Shiki's blood art awakens. So the best way to describe this blood art awakening and what it looks like on the manga panel is it looks exactly like Blood Manipulation 2.0. And what we get from Shiki is what I would describe as a raw, kind of out of control chaos. His blood awakening is tied to Shinki being an Oni. So basically, Shiki goes on a rampage, unleashing this blood art, which looks like some type of violent transformation. And after his rampage, Shiki passes out. That's the best way to describe it, because then he awakens and he is at Rosetsu's Academy. It's a secret Oni training school. Here he meets Naito, who is a rollerblade wearing teacher, and he is the teacher who starts to take Shiki through a entrance test to see if he is worthy or capable of entering the academy. At this point, Volume 1 introduces a number of what will go on to be intriguing characters, including 7 new Oni students with unique bloodlines and possibly deadly Oni abilities. One of the ones that's immediately introduced out of the 7 is Jin, who uses something called a blood eclipse technique when they are doing their first training of their first class. Interestingly enough, it's not surprising that Shiki and Jin immediately bumps heads. So it's going to be interesting to see where this story goes as we turn the corner to Volume 2. So there you have it, 2 must-read manga series, Gachiakuta and Tougen Anki if you're looking for manga to read this summer. But these manga are definitely tied to the summer anime. So grab your copies, dive into these worlds, and be prepared for July ahead of the summer anime season, or read prior to an episode airing during the summer. Until next time, happy reading.